52% of dog owners have skipped a vet treatment because they could not afford it, and 73% of those owners were never offered a single affordable alternative. Today, I am going to show you one. It is called bone broth. It costs $2 to make at home, and peer-reviewed research shows its key amino acid helps your dog's liver flush out toxins naturally. Every major civilization on Earth used it for thousands of years. But a $128 billion pet food industry would rather sell you a bag of processed kibble. More than 2,500 years ago, in ancient China, families placed animal bones into heavy clay pots filled with water. They simmered them over open fire for an entire day, adding ginger, goji berries, and dried jujube dates. The liquid turned thick, golden, and rich with fat that glistened on the surface. Traditional Chinese medicine practitioners believed this broth strengthened the kidneys, built blood, and restored the body's life force, what they called qi. They gave it to the sick, the elderly, and to mothers after childbirth to rebuild their strength. Families passed these recipes through generations, adjusting the herbs by season. 2,400 years ago in ancient Greece, Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, prescribed bone broth for digestive ailments. On the island of Kos, he taught his students that food was the first form of medicine. He recommended broths simmered slowly with vinegar to draw out the healing properties of bone and marrow. The aroma of simmering bones filled Greek healing temples the way it fills kitchens today. In the 12th century, the Egyptian physician Moses Maimonides prescribed chicken bone broth for colds and respiratory illness. His recipes spread across the Middle East and into Europe, and chicken soup earned its famous name, Jewish penicillin. 3 civilizations, 3 continents, 3,000 years apart. They all discovered the same truth about bones simmered in water. And then, modern science decided to test what these civilizations knew all along. Bone broth is rich in an amino acid called glycine. Think of glycine as the cleaning crew inside your dog's liver. It grabs onto toxins and helps carry them out of the body. Glycine is essential for the production of glutathione, your dog's most powerful internal antioxidant. Glutathione is what the liver uses to break down chemicals, foreign substances, and environmental toxins. A peer-reviewed study in mini-reviews in medicinal chemistry confirmed that glycine participates directly in detoxification reactions. It found that glycine reduces inflammation, protects cells from damage, and supports the immune system. A separate study on canine nutrition confirmed that glycine conjugation is an effective detoxification pathway in the dog's liver specifically. Beyond the liver, bone broth delivers collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid. These compounds support joints, repair the gut lining, and strengthen immune function. The gelatin in properly made bone broth helps seal tiny gaps in the intestinal wall, reducing what veterinarians call leaky gut. Now, I need to be honest about something. Bone broth is not a miracle solution. A 2019 study found that amino acid levels in bone broth vary dramatically depending on how it is made. A quick 2-hour simmer may not deliver enough glycine to make a real difference. And if your dog has a serious liver condition, bone broth alone will not replace veterinary care. That is exactly why the recipe at the end of this video uses a slow, 24-hour simmer designed to maximize nutrient extraction. The global pet food market is worth over $128 billion. 5 companies control more than 60% of it. Mars Pet Care and Nestlé Purina each generate roughly $19 billion a year in pet food sales alone. Here is how the system works. These corporations sell processed kibble filled with byproducts and synthetic additives. Then the exact same corporations own the veterinary clinics. Mars owns Banfield, VCA, and Blue Pearl. That is roughly 1,000 vet clinics across America. The vet clinic recommends the food. The food company owns the vet clinic. The money goes to the same place. And a dog eating homemade bone broth twice a week does not need an $80 bag of prescription food every month. That is a customer they lose forever, and that is why you were never told about this. Hill's Pet Nutrition, owned by Colgate-Palmolive, sells prescription diets for $80 to $120 per bag. In 2019, Hill's recalled over 22 million cans of dog food for containing vitamin D levels 33 times higher than the safe limit. 33 confirmed dog deaths. The FDA issued a formal warning letter citing a systematic failure in their food safety plan. And yet, Clinics still display Hills as the #1 recommendation. That is not your vet's fault. That is a system designed to keep you buying, not learning. $2. That is what a full batch of homemade bone broth costs using bones from your local grocery store. $120. That is what one bag of Hill's prescription diet costs at the vet clinic. Let me say that one more time so the number stays with you. $2 for a food packed with glycine, collagen, and minerals that your dog's liver actually uses. $120 for a product from a company that poisoned 22 million cans and received an FDA warning letter. And here is another way to think about it. $2 is less than a cup of coffee, and it gives your dog something that 2,500 years of human wisdom and modern peer-reviewed science both confirm works. This video covers just one of the protocols in the Complete Vault. Inside the Forbidden Pet Health Vault, you will find a growing collection of evidence-based guides covering the food label decoder with 12 toxic ingredients to avoid and how to read any label in 30 seconds. The Complete Skin Protocol, with 22 chapters on chronic itch, allergies, and hot spots. The Emergency First Aid Checklist, with 7 life-saving protocols and a $30 kit. The $3 Calm Protocol for anxiety, fear, and noise phobia. Each one backed by peer-reviewed research. Each one using ingredients you can find today for a few dollars. The link is in the description below this video. It costs less than a single vet visit. One time, yours forever. But stay with me. The complete step-by-step bone broth recipe is coming right now. Here is exactly what you need. 2 to 3 pounds of raw beef marrow bones or chicken backs, necks, or feet. Ask your butcher for soup bones. Most grocery stores carry them frozen for $2 to $5. 2 tablespoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. This helps draw minerals and collagen out of the bones during cooking. Optional, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Turmeric contains curcumin, which supports both liver function and joint health. Optional, 2 carrots and 2 celery stalks, chopped for added minerals. Never add onion, garlic, or salt. These are toxic to dogs. Step 1. Place the bones in a large stock pot or slow cooker. Step 2. Cover completely with filtered water, about 2 inches above the bones. Step 3. Add the apple cider vinegar. Let it sit for 30 minutes before heating. This begins the mineral extraction process. Step 4. Bring to a gentle boil, then reduce heat to the lowest possible simmer. Step 5. Simmer for 24 hours minimum for chicken bones, 48 hours for beef bones. Add water as needed to keep bones covered. Step 6. Let it cool completely. Strain through a fine mesh strainer. Remove every bone. Never feed cooked bones to your dog. Step 7. Refrigerate overnight. A layer of fat will form on top. Skim it off before serving. Here is how you know it worked. When refrigerated, the broth should jiggle like jelly. That means the collagen was fully extracted. Dosage by weight. 1 ounce per 10 pounds of body weight per day. Dogs under 25 pounds, 1 to 2 ounces daily. 25 to 50 pounds, 3 to 5 ounces. Over 50 pounds, 5 to 10 ounces. Start with half the recommended amount for the first 3 days and watch for any digestive changes. Serve as a food topper over kibble, as a warm, standalone drink, or frozen in ice cube trays as a treat. Store in the refrigerator for up to 5 days, or freeze in portions for up to 6 months. Do not use store-bought human bone broth. It almost always contains onion, garlic, and high sodium levels that are harmful to dogs. If your dog is on blood thinners or has a diagnosed liver condition, talk to your vet before starting. Most dogs show improved energy, better coat quality, and stronger digestion within 2 to 3 weeks of daily use. For 2,500 years, every civilization on Earth knew that bones simmered in water held something powerful. Modern science confirmed it. Glycine supports the liver. Collagen rebuilds joints. Gelatin repairs the gut. A $128 billion industry buried that knowledge under processed kibble and prescription diets. Today, for $2 and 1 pod, you took that knowledge back. You did what the industry never wanted you to do. You learned. Your pet depends on you, and today, you showed up. Everything they buried is in the Complete Vault. The link is below. Subscribe. Every week, we open another vault. They profit from what you don't know. That ends today.